Hello everyone, this is DavidViadel23 and welcome to the Mandragon's Cave. Today we're going to be talking about Imu from One Piece, and this is a very controversial character. We know that it may be the very final boss for One Piece. So there's been a lot of speculation about this character. I'm gonna try to do the throne, something like this, and Imu is gonna be kind of like in this famous moment that when he or she sits on the throne. It's very small here. I will give the character some features, and as you will see why I'm going to be doing this and how I'm going to be able to do this will come with the theory for today. Let's try it a bit more. Like this. I'm starting with blue. You know, I always pick a color to start, so it gives a little bit of depth to the character. And if you have been seeing my videos, I've been talking a lot about ancient weapons and connections with different people. Okay, I have a very interesting video, please check it out, about Bibi being the ancient weapon Uranus, and how now in Elbaf she's gonna rejoin the group, and she will be able to know about this power in her to use it for good. So let's do these kind of lions here first. So far I'm gonna explain plain what's my theory, because maybe this video can be very short because of the drawing is quite silhouette today. So I think 800 years ago, when this whole battle, the government against the D and all of this happened, I think there were a group of people forming the government that they were having the fruits that we see now as the bigger fruits, no? Like we have the Joy Boy fruit, maybe it's Luffy's fruit, we have this kind of ancient power from the ancient weapons, etc. So I think Law's fruit, Boogie's fruit, Kuma's fruit, all of these fruits are very important for the end of the story, and soon will be revealed. All of these are connected to Imu. Imu, when they are revealed, the full Gorosei and Imu's character, they are revealed to have these monster fruits, and it is like they seem like Saturn is like a Oni, like a spider Oni thing. I don't know. They haven't actually defined much, but we will see soon what it's all about. So I think all these fruits that we are familiar with are gonna be related to the beginning of the story and at the same time the end of the story. We have in Pun Hazard a very nice and curious moment that we haven't seen again, at this, when Law, being enemy at that point, he kind of makes Sanji, Nami, Chopper, Frankie to swap bodies. He swaps the hearts of them, so it's a mix. So we know that Frankie is inside Chopper, and Robin doesn't like it, and etc, etc. And Nami and Sanji as well, they are mixed, and this is a crazy funny thing that it happens in Pun Hazard. Okay, nothing is left to chance here. that's telling me why is Lo alive at the moment. If you check my theory about Lo, I think it's because you have this character having this superpower that contains multiple powers that is gonna be revealed to be one of the most important in the whole One Piece, to be honest. I think 800 years ago there was this group of world government people that they had these powers, and one of them, that's Nefertari D Lily. At that moment, Nefertari Lily, she wasn't agreeing, or she wasn't on the same boat, let's say, like the others, and she basically betrayed this group known as world government now. This is an alliance of 20 kingdoms at that time. She betrayed this group and allied herself with the D, gaining at that moment the D in her name to become Nefertari D Lily. So I think when we're gonna see Imu's face, it's gonna be exactly like Bibi. I think the fruit that Lo has now, the Ope Ope, was used by one of Imu's followers, and the bodies were swapped. I think, as we have Shirahoshi being an ancient weapon, my theory about Bibi being Uranus is connecting to this, because Shirahoshi, there was a mermaid 800 years ago that was as well this powerhouse of energy called ancient weapon, and that was now passed to Shirahoshi. So I think Nefertari D Lily was Uranus 800 years ago, and at the same time she had the Popo Niku Nikyu fruit, that's Kuma's fruit at the moment. I think she went to Wano, to Toki. I think Toki was there and was the connection for her at the moment. I think she went to Wano and they made the poneglyphs with the real information and the secrets of the world, knowing that they were gonna lose already. They prepared this info, and basically she betrayed her kind, the Tenryubitos, no? Let's do this massive crown. It's like this. 3 points crown. So it is a little bit difficult to explain, but what I think is this betrayal from Lily made the leader of this group, Nerona Imu, to say, okay, the ancient weapon Uranus has been born with us, and it's one of our founder members of this organization. Now she's betraying me. I realized that she is allying with the Wano people to tell the true story, is allying with Joy Boy and everything. We have this kind of ancient weapons, super strong. She's one of them. And then we have someone else from Wano and someone else from the Gyojins, all enemies. And what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna win this game by having my colleague, whatever character, one of these 20 kings. I'm gonna make this character to use the Ope Ope to swap the bodies. So I think Imu's personality went inside Lily's body. So this is gonna be Lily from 800 years ago with the insides, with the character of Imu. Okay, so it's gonna be a bad Lily looking. A bad BB. I think it's going to be exactly a copy of BB. So I think by doing this, she didn't actually say, okay, I'm going to put now Nefertari D Lily mind in my body, Imus Nerona body. I'm going to punish her, and I'm going to put her inside a monster, inside another of the weapons. So I'm neutralizing my problem called Lily with my other problem called ancient weapons, and that's how we're going to win. So I think knowing that the ancient weapon can only be controlled by in this case a main person, like in this case Shirahoshi only controls the sea monsters. So in this case I think Lily controlled Uranus, that watched my video with Bibi, and what he said is, I'm gonna put Lily's mind inside another weapon, inside Pluton weapon. That Pluton, I think, is Zunesha, Momo, other monsters under Wano, land monsters, like elephants, it can be a mole, it can be rat, something like land related. Kings of the land, could even be different types of monsters, lions, tigers, I don't know. So I'm gonna put her mind in one of these monsters that I know, because I have a very big network of information. I know Joy Boy is gonna punish this animal because this animal didn't do whatever he had to do, or something like that. So I'm gonna neutralize those two of the ancient weapons. I'm gonna neutralize with this movement, because the monster Zunesha is not gonna be able to do his own will. He needs to be commanded by, in this case, a Wano person, in this case a Kozuki person. And if I put Lily inside Zunesha, she's gonna have to wait for a Kozuki to give her orders, and on top of that, no one is gonna be able to control the Uranus weapons. So in the meantime, what I'm gonna do with all of this is how he or she knew about the weapons. They created, the world government created these mechanical ancient weapons. That's what I'm explaining in the previous videos. If you check about them, that's what Frankie has the planners for. I think there's 6 ancient weapons. 3 are original in the flesh, like Shirahoshi and the monsters, and the other 2, when they explain what the other 2. But the government made these mechanical war machines. One that is a battleship, that's Pluton, that it's what Frankie destroyed the planets. Another one is going to be a flying machine, a flying device, that I think is what Imu used to destroy Lulusia to test, and is fueled by Vegapung's special fuel. And then we're going to have another one that is a land, and all of these are connecting to Da Vinci's design of war machines and everything. And I totally think there is, because all of this is explained by Iceberg. Iceberg, when Nico Robin is gonna kill him, I explained this in my previous videos as well, he says, oh, this Pluton was created by the government to neutralize the menace of the ancient weapons. So actually it's telling me there's 3 real and 3 fake, 3 mechanical made, man-made. So I think by doing this move, like in a chess match, Imu neutralized Uranus, neutralized Lily, that it's Uranus controller, and neutralized as well Zunesha, one of the massive or biggest monsters for, in this case, another ancient weapon, Pluton. And probably they even closed or locked these monsters in under Wano by that time or something like that. So when we see Imu's face reveal, it is gonna be BB, exactly like BB, because if you see the drawing when Cobra is revealing the info about the letter, the secret letter, etc., that is exactly the same silhouette like BB. And if you see as well BB's mom in the flashback, let's do 1 second these circles. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, something like this. Yeah, something like this. So I think it's very interesting, and for me it will make totally sense. By that time, I think what happened is that they use Lost Fruit to do this. They use Boogie's fruit as well to. There's very nice and interesting theories about Joy Boy being the poneglyphs itself. How can the people who has the voice of all things hear the poneglyphs? Because they are alive. There's a human or there's a life sense to them. So that's because maybe someone was transformed into stone with Boaz Hancock fruit in the preview, the 800 years ago user of that fruit, and then that someone was cut into pieces with the awakening of Boogie's fruit or Lost fruit. Probably more. All of these things I say it because Punk Hazard, it gave us a lot of information of possible ideas for a future saga or a final saga. It's kind of giving you clues, and all of this happens there. And I think it's beautiful to see all these examples. So if you think about it, if they actually chopped in pieces a statue of Joy Boy, giant Joy Boy, that this Joy Boy wasn't human. I think that Joy Boy was like a chopper, was an animal, probably a snake, because all this Skype information and connections, probably a snake that ate the Hitonomi like Chopper did. And then we have this character that doesn't belong anywhere, like Chopper, with no friends, kind of connecting with all of these misfits of the world, these characters that no one wants or the government doesn't want, like the long arms, the giants, the guillotine, blah blah blah, all the races. So kind of to create a piece, what actually Big Mom wants, but properly done, like cleanly done, like in a healthy way, like everyone can live together and be equal and yeah, like a utopia, like Crocodile wants to do. So I think this is a really interesting thing. If this actually happened, like the bad character that is Imu is pretending to be someone else. I think the character, when already this character ate or transformed into he moved into the other body, I think he got this fruit, this Akuma no Mi fruit, that is the devil itself. We see the silhouettes when the Gorosei kind of reveal the silhouette power, and we see this kind of tail, the tail that it's kind of piercing Sabo and attacking Cobra and everything. And if you think about it, every single movie that you watch about the devil, about Halloween, about all of these things, we have this type of depiction of the devil with this pointy tail and red and the horns and everything. I think maybe this is gonna be a crown, but it's gonna be a three horns crown or coming from the head. And at the same time, you have her or him having this fruit of of devil, and actually a proper devil that we actually haven't seen yet in One Piece. The closest to that is the Onis, this kind of Onis, like Saturn is a Oni, and all these guys should be other types of Onis apparently. But without just thinking about the silhouette that she has, the connections with Bibi, why she wants to kill Bibi, because Bibi is the next ancient weapon, because Bibi reminds her to Lily, because they look exactly the same, and as soon as the proper heir of the crown of the world, that is Bibi, the leader, born leader, that is Bibi, kind of realizes of her potential, that's putting in jeopardy, it's putting in a problem. It's a problem for Imu. That's why it's on the list and needs to be eliminated. So I don't know if it's actually kind of clearly explained what I want to say, because it's kind of tricky, and there's a lot of connections to make here. But if you actually make Imu, to swap the bodies, take over Lily's body. So now she's able to control this Uranus monster. But the Uranus monster that I think is going to be a flying monster like a rock, explained in my previous video. If that monster, it is actually not following her, because the soul and the character is not in her. The character is now in Zunesha. So that monster gets lost, and at some point has an egg, and that's the egg that Roger has on the ship. Please check out as well my video about the ancient weapon for Momo and for Bibi. So it is very Oda-like to do this kind of mix, to give you a hint of something that later will be a kind of a test for a saga. Like Skypiea and Enies Lobby about the war. We have these mini sagas that they end up having some repercussion later, and I see this happening with the whole Arabasta saga. One Piece, as I always say, it was thought to be for a 5 years project, and it happened to be now already on the 27 or 26 years. So Arabasta is the saga that we know about Nico Robin, about the Poneglyphs, about the world government, about the everything. So it is very important. It is very important part of the story, and I think all the clues that we need for the end of the story are up to Arabasta. Up to Arabasta saga, we have everything that we need. Let's do a couple of steps, just a couple. This bigger one, 2, and maybe do another one here. As I was saying before, I think Lily had Kuma's fruit, and she went to Wano, and when she went to Wano, she said to her D friends in Wano, he said, look, yeah, this is happening with Imu, this is not what I wanted to do, this is not what we agreed, but Imu becomes so powerful that he's doing this, he's doing that, because this the devil fruit or something like that was already with her, and 1,000 things like that, they can explain like that, okay? And then she says, you have the poneglyph ready? Yes, I have the poneglyph ready. Toki is saying these things, no? Okay, I'm gonna use this fruit that I managed to steal from the government, and we're gonna kind of send away all these. We're gonna send away all these stones with information, and then to all the alliance places, they send these poneglyphs, and then she comes back. She comes back to Marijoa. They form this kind of. They say, "Oh, we're gonna stay here in Marijoa," blah blah blah, and she says, "No, I don't want to stay actually, because I don't want to live here. So I'm gonna come back to my Arabasta, and I'm gonna be chilling there." And they are like, "Okay, good, just leave, no problem, leave." But that's a trap, because we know that in the letter and all the info that Old Cobra is revealing is she, Lily never made it back home. The brother did, the little brother did, and we are descendants of the little brother. But her, she never made it home. That means that he was intercepted in the way, she was intercepted on the way to Arabasta, and she was attacked by Imu, and this user of the Law's previous food, the Ope Ope Fruit, and she was put into Zunesha. And they took the body, and Imu was put into her body. So all these things happened, and she disappeared from history. That's why there's only one letter available, because that's probably what she was carrying or what she sent, blah blah blah. Something very important I noticed as well in this last episode with about the God Valley is that Garling is riding what seems to be a bird, like a heron or something like that. It's a very famous bird in Japan, and it's very connected with the rice fields and everything. So Bibi has been riding Karoo the whole time during the whole story, and we have a very important part with Karoo and the squadron of birds there in Arabasta, that they help the group to defeat Crocodile and to save the kingdom. Okay, and then you're showing me Garlic with one of those birds, or similar idea that another person is riding another bird. Maybe that was typical from different families in the world government, and they used to control these animals, to ride them, and yeah, that's very interesting. That's telling me connect Garling with Bibi. Connect him with Garling because he's gonna have references. Igual, maybe the Garling representative of 800 years ago, that person was actually one of the families that was there 800 years ago as well. So they are starting now to reveal these kind of crooked families from the world government. Some of these are gonna be gods, knights. Some of them are gonna be only normal terrobitos but with power. So this kind of normal person looking like this kind of handsome, let's say handsome people of the terrobitos are the strongest one. And the ones that look more silly, more goofy, like Carlos and the father and the mother and everything and the sister, these other guys are the funny ones and the ones that they are the descendants. So let's do this kind of flames around this. This is the small throne. There's actually the other one with this kind of long thing. We can do that one another day. So at the moment we don't have much info about this or anything. Let's give me 1 second. So we don't have much info about Imu, and all of these comments are speculation and theories and what could it be? What could it be? So I really like this whole idea. This goes up, but we don't have much more space like this, but we will leave it a little bit like open like this. All of this is open to speculation, and I think with this kind of saga that we are entering with Elbaf, a lot of info is going to be revealed. Let's see. Like this. I think Law has been left alive after Wano and after the encounter with Blackbeard, and he hasn't been actually destroyed like Kid has been destroyed, because later he wants to know the truth like Nico Robin. I think he will know the truth, and how he's good, he actually will kind of help Zunesha to extract the lilies from Zunesha with his fruit and put it back in his normal body. and I think the final battle is not Luffy. The final battle with the world government is not gonna be Luffy against Emu. Emu is gonna have a demon form, obviously, and Luffy will fight it most probably. But I think when she or he returns to normal body, this may be first Bibi versus Emu. Bibi versus Emu. Because for me it looks like a really small and weak character, and I don't think it's gonna be a powerhouse of human power at first, at least. So I think maybe first he's gonna fight Bibi with more human techniques, and when the transformation of demon is happening, then you have Emu, the bad guy, fighting Luffy in this case, or Luffy in Nika's form, because he has the two enemies, let's say, Nika and Emu. I think Blackbeard is the common enemy for these guys, and you're gonna have these. They actually show you that the Gorosei is representing some of the planets, and the other planets are represented by the ancient weapons. And then we have Sun God Nika, that is Luffy, and Emu, that it represents the earth, because as well, if you spell it backwards, Umi, it's water in Japanese, and for the ocean, and then I think it's representing the oceans. It can be the devil of the ocean, and it can even be the creator of the Akuma no Mi. And you're gonna have this kind of connection. And then we have Blackbeard. If you see my previous video about Blackbeard, that Blackbeard is the darkness, and one of his most famous attacks, or the most famous attack that he has, is Kurousu. In Japanese is black hole. So Blackbeard is gonna swallow everything. Blackbeard is gonna jump in this fight. He's gonna attack the world government. He's gonna attack Emu and the Gorosei and everything. And he's gonna be the real threat, I think, towards the government. He's gonna be the D shaking the world, but in a bad way. I think he's gonna be taking a bad example from Rox. I think Rox wanted to do good, but Blackbeard misinterpreted the story, and he follows the information that is being given by this false government, this bad government, and he believed that he was bad. That's why he's being bad as well. So you will have some kind of sort of redemption at the end for Blackbeard, like we always have in shonen. But Emu, I think it is gonna be really nice when they reveal that actually it is looking like Bibi. It's gonna have blue hair. It's gonna be nice like Bibi, but it's gonna be bad. It's gonna be corrupted. It's gonna be really bad character, and I think that's gonna be very interesting. I can't wait to see that. Let's add a little bit of orange, because this is kind of gold. I want to do a little bit of like fire in this. This is actually the first time I'm trying to do this a little bit bigger drawing with more like a scene like on the throne, because you know that we normally do a normal character just in a static pose, normal like a presentation, but for this I didn't want to just do a basic silhouette, because they've been showing only a basic silhouette of her. So I said let's do a little bit of silhouette, that we will add some darkness around it, and yeah, a little bit of the throne as well, so we have some balance and we can talk a little bit, because I want to do this because I have a chance to talk with you guys and to theorize a little bit about my ideas. So I think we're gonna have this really nice really nice Elbaf saga with the return of Bibi, with Davy backfight, as I said before, with a little bit of reunion and Ragnarok, everyone fighting. Blackbeard is gonna be involved, Crocodile is gonna be involved, Usopp is gonna be the epicness in these sagas, Bibi is gonna be the whole time with Usopp helping him, and we will have lore about Bibi revealing that she's the ancient weapon, and then they will explain that the ancestor Lily was the ancient weapon as well, but she was lost. she was lost in the sea or something. We don't know actually. And then after that, short after having that information revealed, we will have a face reveal here, and we're gonna see that this character Imu is exactly like Bibi, it is exactly like Lily, and everything, all the pieces are gonna be starting to fall in place. I see Bibi as a political character like Dragon, and the info that I would like to see from her is more. Let's do with this other red, is a little bit more red. The info, the role that she's gonna play is kind of what she does in Arabasta. At the end of the story, she has a fight as well, like everyone, yes, but at the end, she will kind of take the lead in explaining to the world through Morgans, that now she has connections with Morgans, through the fruit. I think this is very important as well. I think this is a cycle, and we are gonna have the same things like at the beginning. Always these shonens tend to be like a cycle. So I think Kuma is arriving to Egghead, is gonna save them from Saturn, blah blah blah, that I already explained. Please check my videos. But what I really wanna say with this is, when Kuma is destroyed, killed here by Saturn probably, or left almost dead by Saturn, then the fruit is gonna reincarnate in the Sunny. But they are not gonna realize. So when they leave and they are in Wano, and Bibi comes and Bibi says, "Hey, I'm back, hello everyone, blah blah blah, I'm back," and then there you have this Bibi joining the crew, being an official Straw Hat, and eating the fruit from the tree. "Oh, so nice tangerine, so nice oranges you have here, Nami. It's nice that you brought blah 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 here, and the guys actually put it here for you. That's very nice. Oh, that actually is not a tangerine from my thingy. What's that?" And then Bibi will eat the fruit from Kuma, the fruit that her ancestor had and her ancestor used in Wano to help the alliance, let's say the alliance of the D and the oppressed races of the world, and used to separate the pieces of these poneglyphs and scatter them through the world. That was the crime that Lily did, and as well at the same time that was the crime that Zunesha is paying for. That it's that Bibi, the actual real soul of that character, betrayed the world government. So I think it's quite clear what I want to explain. Just feel free to, if you have any questions or something that is confusing, just drop it in a message and I can talk a little bit more about it or do another video at some point. But yeah, I think everyone is talking about Imu, but I haven't seen actually much about something like I'm proposing. So let's hope this is right, because it can be very beautiful and, as I said, very poetic for the story, and it will give Bibi a little bit more of importance and reason to join and to stay with us until the very end. And we want to have Bibi with us. She's a very nice person. Really, she's a Nakama. Karu is a Nakama too, and we want to see her in Elbaf, and all the connections are fitting. Why having Cobra having a conversation with her and revealing all of this? Because actually I'm gonna say she because for me the silhouette looks like a girl. I think we want this to happen in the story, and it is very convenient for the plot and the connections. I think there's not much time in Oda's plan to finish the story, to give other reasons and other reasons of being to Imu and everything. I think is connecting to Lily, is connecting to Zunesha, the ancient weapons, and the D. So we will see this. We will see this quite soon, I expect. It's looking nice. I like it. Let's add some kind of little bit of dark here. I like to create a little bit of volume. But so far, to be just a silhouette character and theory about a silhouette, it is very interesting. I think this shape, demon shape shadow that she transformed is basically the demon itself, the devil itself, like the typical red devil from the movies and from comedy. That it have a tail, have horns, it's gonna be red, maybe the skin is red because the power that is contained within the character is so strong that it changes even the color of the skin, but it's gonna look like baby. And why wouldn't I show you Lily in the flashback, in those comments from the throne room when old Cobra is there? Why they are not showing Lily either? Because they are waiting for the reveal. So they don't. He doesn't want to put it too close to two reveals on the same person. So when we have Bibi more integrated in the story, we will see. And even I think having her face to face with Imo, or having the crew face to face with Imo, because if you think about it, these weeks, these months that they are revealing all this info, it's the first actually time that we have this group, the One Piece main characters, Luffy's group, interacting with the world government, interacting with Saturn, interacting with Imu, understanding about the world. So far it was just Nico, Robin and the revolutionaries having info about this, but now I think they are gonna kind of open a little bit all of this and connect with in the main plot. I think up after Elbaf we are having this. I think check my previous Ancient Weapons videos to see that the Adam tree is gonna be destroyed by the weapons, by Crocodile, Boogie, Zorro, Luffy and Usopp, and it will fall, the tree will fall because it's a massive tree on top of the red line, exactly where Marijua is, and Luffy and everyone, they're gonna be on top, because those branches represent Yggdrasil and they have the realms, so probably the towns in Elbaf, or some of the main towns, or the castle, like in Skypiea, is on the top, and they will fall there. And by that time, all the info already found a poneglyph there with the info about Bibi being the ancient weapon, and they already have the egg that hatched from Rogers, and it's Uranus rock flying monster, and kind of dragon type. Yeah, I think it's gonna be like an eagle, hawk, and connection with Pell. We have a Pell there as well, having his duty as a protector, and yeah, very juicy theory for today, to be honest. I've been waiting to do this for a very long time, and I didn't know how to draw something that is just a silhouette for me to have a little bit of sense, and for you to kind of enjoy the drawing and enjoy as well the theory. So, but I think we kind of, it's good like this, and I'm happy with doing this kind of throne room with the stairs and the seat. And yeah, let's see. I think today, tomorrow, maybe the episode is out already, and we see if they reveal a little bit more info about Gorusei and Imu connections. But yeah, I guess the Sabo and Dragon need to be really tightly connected to all of this, or maybe in all of those mix, all of this mix in Elbaf, we have a little bit of Revolutionary Army involved with the whole Kuma backstory and Ivankov backstory now. But it is not one of my main concerns, that's why I haven't actually talked about it today. I'm waiting more for the connections between Bibi and and this character, that it can be scary and beautiful at the same time. So let's see, let's add a little bit of red here, because as you know, I take my license and I kind of invented a little bit how this throne is. It's just taking a basic shape, like circle shape, but we know that it's not exactly like this, but you have now a golden line as well here. So yeah, a little bit of license, this caricature that I always do. And I'm very happy with this kind of a scene. It's looking very nice. I hope it looks nice as well on the video later. And let's add a little bit of darkness to this throne, because it's a corrupted throne. Very curious about he is kind of cutting these pictures of Luffy, God, Sun God Nika, of Blackbeard, that is gonna be the sea god, Kraken. Check my other video. He's cutting Shirahoshi, that is the ancient weapon. He's cutting Bibi, that Bibi is Uranus probably, and it has the same face like she has. And the only one that is missing that he doesn't know is Momo, because Momo has been moved from the future and he doesn't have a clue about that. So yeah, there's a couple of nice things there going on. And if you think about the person and the characters that she wants to kill or she wants to cut these posters, all of them are connected to this kind of mega theory that I've been just explaining. So yeah, we're almost done here for today. Some of my theories, no, basically all of my theories are connected and interconnected in between them. So if you have some time, just you can put it in the background while you do some other things, and don't need actually to check the drawing all the time, just the beginning and the end, and you see how kind of the one theory connects to the next one, and trying to create like a major plan and a major scene, so I can understand what Oda is planning to do and what's in his mind. And that's a very difficult thing to do with a creative, but I kind of sort to do the same things with my own stories and my own characters, and that's something that I will go for with these connections with Imo. So I hope maybe if we are not 100% right, that maybe we have some nice points that we discover with this, and maybe we can have some nice some nice info at the end, and we are right. So let's paint a little bit of dark here as well. This dark throne of the world. Okay, I think we are done for today. This has looked really nice video, really nice character with the silhouette of Imo. Nerona Imo, that it's having the body of Nefertari D Lily, and it has the Akuma fruit, and it's a typical red devil, Satan, that we know from all the movies, and it's controlling these other semi or demi demons. These are the Oni from Saturn and this kind of Japanese folklore, and connections with Bibi from now, being Uranus, connections with Joy Boy from 800 years ago from Nefertari D Lily, and connections with Sun God Nika and Zunesha, and this whole Trafalgar Law Ope Ope Nomi to swap the bodies, the fruits from Boa Hancock, to maybe petrify this Joy Boy. I will make at some point another character video with Joy Boy, but for now, this is DavidViadel23, DavidViadel23, you can say it as you want. And this is the Mandragon's Cave. I hope you enjoy it, I hope you like it. It was a really nice time for me, and really nice theory for me. And tell me what you think in the comments. Thank you very much. Bye.